Growing up on the farm, one of the things our dad always told us was you got to make money with your back and with your brain. Now, unfortunately, when Darren and I were on the farm, we had to make our money with our backs all the time when we were kids, but at least Dad told us about how he made money with his brain, and one of the ways he did that was prepaying expenses. So there are two main things we wanted to talk about today in terms of advantages, and we'll get to some disadvantages as well. But the main advantages have to do with tax reasons and then just flat out getting a better price by paying early.
One thing about farming is there's a lot of certainties. I certainly know I will be using seed next year. I will be planting some corn and I will be planting some soybeans, at least on my ground. So if I can buy the seed that I'm going to need in September, October, December, January, before I need it in April or May and get a huge discount, I'm all in. I'm going to buy it anyway. And I look at if I had money in the bank, what am I earning on that money in the bank? Virtually nothing. So honestly, it probably wouldn't take that huge an incentive for me to buy my stuff early. But fortunately, many seed companies and crop protection companies have some pretty large discounts for buying early.
When it comes to the tax thing, it all depends on when is your tax year. So for most farmers, it's the calendar year. So December 31 is a really, really big date. The advantage that farmers have been given by the government is here in the United States, we are able to use cash accounting. And basically what that means is if we have expenses, we can immediately deduct those from the money we earn. So let's say, for example, we were going to earn $50,000 and we write a check out to buy more seed for $10,000. Well, we lower that $50,000 by 10 and we get down to $40,000, and that's what we pay income tax on. That's awesome. Now, if you're a non-farmer and you hear this, you go, wait a second, how does the farmer get by not having to pay tax? Whoa, whoa, whoa. The farmer still has to pay tax, all right? All it ends up being is a delayed tax bill. So instead of paying the tax this year, you just have to pay the tax next year. The reason why the government allows this is, well, a couple of things. For one, farm income can be way up one year, way down the next year, so it's a little bit of a way for a farmer to income average instead of using the actual income averaging thing that the government does allow for many different industries. The other thing is, in order to get this tax delay, the farmer has to spend the money now, spend the physical cash now. Well, when that cash gets spent, that turns many times in the economy gets going faster, and everybody's happy.
That's all fine and dandy, Brian. It's nice to save some money, and yeah, it's nice to help out on taxes if you can and stimulate the economy at the same time. Those are wonderful things. However, if you're going to prepay, you have to make sure your money is safe because you're putting it out now when, like in my case, I'm putting it out now for seed that I don't really need until spring, and I probably might not even be taking it all on my farm just because if it's bulk seed that's going to get treated later or hasn't even been cleaned yet or something like that, I may not even be able to get it yet.
So what we encourage you to do, if you're worried about your money, then take the product immediately. Otherwise, find somebody else where you can put the money and you feel much safer. It's a really big deal because what collateral do you really have? In most cases, farmers have zero collateral, so you have to be concerned about that. The other big thing that I look at as a disadvantage is, what if your plans change? What if you need to switch from seed to chemistry, or you change from corn to beans? What happens, worst case scenario, if you have prevent plant acres like you did in 2019? That can be a real problem. So I would encourage you, talk to your retailer and ask all these questions before you write the check. Before you write the check, you have the power. For example, at a lot of retailers, they won't give you your money back when you prepay them. You have to use it up in product. Well, some retailers, you can get the money back right away and you can get interest on your money. So take a look at that. And if you have any concerns, there are lots of retailers out there, lots of people that you can talk to and get the terms that you are looking for.
Well, there certainly are some advantages and some potential disadvantages to prepaying. Make sure you do your homework and check these things out first before you write that check. One other thing you'll definitely want to learn about ahead of time is our Weed of the Week. We'll share what we know coming up right after this.